On the 22nd of October 2019, in the town of Granbury, Texas, police were called to a small lakeside house. A young woman, an emergency medical worker, had suddenly vanished, leaving behind two small children.
Awesome.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Ed Paul Tennis. And you are?
Gary Moore.
Oh, you're Morris. You're the guy I've been talking to on the phone a few times. Cool.
I got another Ranger coming in here in a second here.
Awesome.
Okay. Check on something.
Awesome. I hope you guys have
You
a...
go by
Ed.
Edward?
Ed.
Just Ed? Okay. Ed, my name's Don Stoner, and I'm
Awesome. You're the guy that called me.
Yes, I'm the guy.
Somebody to talk to.
I won't get started till my partner gets
That's
in
fine.
here. But I will. Let's see.
I can. You wouldn't believe me how much happened in my life. Oh my God. This is nuts.
So, Edward, let's start off telling me a little bit about y'all's relationship, how y'all met, where y'all came from, and everything.
Okay. I'm from Florida. Born in Pennsylvania. Raised and married 2 times.
Met 2 times
Previously, yep. Never in
up north.
No, in Florida.
In Florida?
Yeah, my first wife, we split. Fooling around on me.
Okay.
We split. One of these girls more than me, so I'm like, okay, fine. We split. That was back in the 80s. Met a second wife through a job where I worked, in a machine shop. We were together 17, 18 years. Married maybe 9.
Okay.
We married 97, divorced. They weren't together that long. 2017, 18, something like that. You got to look it up. Hold me to it. You know, a little Alzheimer's again. Debbie and I were married. Jen, this story, part story I've never told anyone. Jen was my stepson's girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
Okay. Can she move in? Can this girl move in? Nobody moved in my house. So I'm a pretty good, person with morals. So, doing that. I came in there, we met, blah, blah, yeah, okay, let her move in. And Jen and I basically spent a lot of time together now. I swear I haven't touched her. So, my wife comes home one afternoon and says, and they have a TV store down there, she says,
Her husband, Edward, 59, appeared indifferent, spinning rambling stories. He painted himself as abandoned, but each detail revealed felt more like a cover for a colder truth beneath.
I told her, my mom said, she says, well, it's a while ago to Pennsylvania, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, within 10 miles. And my wife, hysterically, why don't you take your fat girlfriend with you? Throws a lot of keys at me, busts the china cabinet glass out of my mom's china cabinet in my house. This is my second wife. And I looked at Jen, this is exactly how I got to go with it. I said, well, I gotta go, I'm going to Pennsylvania to see my mom. My brother's calling me. She says, go, take your fat girlfriend. I said, you want to come with me? Jen says, give me a few minutes. Anyway, yeah. Jen and I, when we got back, my wife says, you'll never set foot in this house again. Calls all these sheriffs and all these people. And then he's like, well, okay, fine. I ended up leaving with Jen. We lived in the back of my car for a couple of days. Jen and I get together, 2008. We lived together for, up until 2 years ago, we got married. October,
Was that in Texas or Florida?
We got married in Florida. But until then, it was always with her, like she wants to go have a fun with this girl and guy. She wants to go have a fun with Scott. She wants to go have all this extra thing, and she's not playing. So I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm not the swinging going out there trying to, I'm not that guy. But I go with you on my view. This is what you do. As the years go on, we went to the fantasy parade for the gay people. I'm not gay. Down in Key West. There's a big thing about that. She had to see herself on video on YouTube. Shorten the story in a little bit. A few years go by. I mean, this went on off and on for years.
This is the ex-wife?
This is the wife I have now, Jen.
Jen. Okay.
Jen, that I'm with right now. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So this has been since the beginning of our relationship. I
Because
was,
y'all were together a while before you got married, right?
oh my God, yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, yes. 8 years. I've been with her 10.
Okay. That's what.
So I was with her for 8 years.
Okay.
It's always some stuff, you know, and I'm not, I mean, we all have a degree of jealousy to us. It's like, you know, we all have that. You can't tell me that. But I also have like a self-control of, well, I understand that. I'm half your age. And I didn't get together with her because...
Detectives began to notice contradictions in his statements. Edward never stopped recounting his personal life, trying to appear as a fragile victim, yet every word carried arrogance and contempt toward women.
I was chasing some young girl.
Right.
I got together with her because I was forced out of my home. Her parents, you're not stepping foot in this house. That's the story I was told. Now, Jane gets pregnant. And this was, well, James was 7, so it had been 8 years ago. Jane gets pregnant. Oh my God, I'm going to be a dad. He's going to be dad bag and this bag and that. And she's a drinker. I'm not. No, I can. Me, you, all three of us, we can go somewhere and pound some alcohol right now, and tomorrow I'm going to say goodbye. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't do dope. Please test me all you want. I'm not that guy. Jane gets pregnant. Her friend's at the house. Well, you know, I'm always worried the next around the corner, and they're giggling and laughing, drinking and partying. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said something to me one night. She says, well, I was with 3 different guys this month, so he might not even be yours. And we already knew that it was going to be a boy. And I'm like, I need D on the side. I need my side D. I need my side D and blah. Well, that's what you want, sweetheart. You go right ahead. So I'm good with that. I knew already we had with this, Scott and his wife. There was some other girl, Ashley something. Don't you know, I wouldn't touch her. What's her and some boy that never showed up. All this stuff happened.
Let me stop you right there.
No, it's a long story.
I know, that's
Go on into it. I'm just trying to tell you this whole story of how things happen.
We're going to get there, but we're going to have to hone in a little bit.
Hone in for me, because I'm going to say everything. I have no one to talk to.
Okay. Again, I appreciate you voluntarily coming up here and
Please.
talking to us. I mean, we kind of work this thing out.
But she's the Chris guy. And we moved to Texas. We got married after that.
So Chris was in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got married shortly after that. I asked her to marry me. We moved to Texas. I promised, I'm done with that now. We moved to Texas. She gets this EMS job offered to her, or went for it, whatever it was. She went to Louisville to school, stayed a week, had to stay an extra day, called genital.
Inside the interrogation room, Edward went on endlessly. He turned his wife's disappearance into a smokescreen, burying it under trivial tales of jealousy, betrayal, and domestic strife.
They brought that home to me.
Okay.
That brought it back out in the open. Now we're doing this in Texas. Okay. We're going to do in Texas? No, so it was just an accident.
This before your son?
No, my son's already been born. That's this year. Yeah, this is after Star. Star came along and somewhere in between. There's no denying that was mine. She goes to Louisville, takes training for this EMS classes, or whatever she's going to be, 911, whatever she does up there, it's ambulances. Catches, brings that home to me, and then admits to me, I slept with 2 Mexican guys and picked them up in this bar and all this crap. I mean, come on. There's two things to this story. I'm going to make a joke. I want to make you laugh here. A friend of mine told me years ago, they're all, if they're not, they're lying. And that is just like, that's the way it is. And she takes all these nudie pictures of herself with her selfie stick and her thing, and oh my God, she's fat. Jen is 250 pounds. If I look at these pictures, she looks 130 pounds, dude. Jen's 250 pounds.
Yeah.
She says she's not. And another thing about her, she had this stomach surgery that cuts your stomach down, right? She's lost all this weight, and she has a lot of sagging skin. She calls it her front butt. It looks like she got a butt in the front and a butt in the back. And, but she's fatter than she appears. She comes up to me, she says, I want to meet this guy. And he's like one of my girlfriends, this girlfriend of hers, she plays with. They're from all over the country, some in South Africa, all over the world maybe. Let me say this in the wrong term, I'm not a total racist, but I might be parting on some sand. They're from all over the world. Okay? But she likes the people from the United States. They must be clawing at the fact like dogs in heat. Okay. Just didn't get here quick enough. Oh my God, that's too long. But she said, well, I'm going to Tennessee because she already made arrangements that she was going to Tennessee to give herself some thinking time. Because, oh my God, and for what it is she's got so much going on with her freaking brain, she doesn't understand which way she's coming right left and up and down. And I know that.
Finally, detectives get Edward to tell them what happened the night Jen went missing. According to him, he was in bed with the kids watching Christian YouTube videos with them while his wife was chatting with other men. Such a good dad, right?
I lay my kids down in the bed. I got a chair next to the bed that I sit in. I pretty much face the window. And I'll sit like this, and I'll put my Bible story on, and thank for them. I can listen to them bicker and fight, I need a drink, and I need this, and I forgot my stuffy, and none of it goes on. It happens every single day. I get the video playing. I'm pretty certain that James fell asleep first. I can't guarantee that. One of the kids was asleep, the other kid wasn't. We're both, where I'm sitting there, Jen comes up. Now she's listening to videos. No, she's got, say it wrong. Let me say it this wrong way. I'm saying it this way. She has music, bend me over, shit that I gave her, and she gets angry at me. Do not play that around my 5-year-old daughter. I will not. I refuse to. If I put my foot down for anything in my life, do not do it. That, too.
The night in Granbury was still. Music and laughter drifted from the living room. Then, something unusual. The bedroom door clicked shut. The chihuahuas barked. The rhythm of the house shifted, hinting that something was wrong.
She's got this freaking music playing. I can hear her laughing. Now, I couldn't tell you. Now, the music's playing, plus she's laughing. Now, was she on her tablet? Was she on the video game playing that video game? Was she on the phone? I can't say, because she spends most of the time on that video game, on that chat, on a Snapchat. I'm laying my kids down. I'm playing the Bible video. I hear all this noise in there. So it's noisy, but no, I can't hear it. She comes up to the front door of the bedroom and says, "Night, everybody." And it's too loud in here. Really? Okay, night. She closes the bedroom door. She's never really done that. She's never actually walked down that hall like that and complained about it. She's the one that plays the loud music. She's the one that's playing shit so crazily that it racks your brain all the way out. But I always let that Bible video finish playing. It's 25, 27 minutes long. It's on a 27-minute interval. 25, 27 minutes. She's up down the hall up front. I hear my front door of the house. And now I'm in a big house, dude. This thing goes thump. And I hear when it goes thump, I heard, now this is a door closing. I caught this as odd. I hear the dog, and 3 chihuahuas, a little alarm clock, and if someone's around you, they come and pee on your foot. So I hear the dog barking. I hear her voice from the front yard porch area right near, because Star's room is 2 windows down, but there's glass. I hear going, "Shut up, shut it," or something to the dog. Dog's got quiet. Get it outside. Whatever. Hindsight again. Maybe she's in her van. No, it didn't dawn on me. She's outside. Less than a minute. And I swear to you, less than a minute. I hear a little car. It wasn't, I don't got a vehicle. Let's just call it a vehicle. And he's her to this. I can't say she was in a vehicle because I didn't see her get in it. But I'm in a quiet neighborhood again. There's not that much traffic there. There's some shit across the street over there. I call them that, 'cause that's how they act. I hear a little vehicle, like ease off in first gear. It didn't sound like it revved out, but dude, I'm telling you, that thing, and I'm a car. It was a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, 4-cylinder. Could have been a mini truck, could have been a mini car, could have been any kind of car. It was a mini one though. And I heard 4 gears, so it had a gear shifter, peel off down the road, and it wasn't like a racing car, it wasn't a fart muffler, but this car took off. And I just like, whatever. Yeah, neighbors over there acting stupid, more hindsight. Should I have gotten up and looked at it?
The hallway fell silent, then the front door closed softly. Less than a minute later, the sound of a small engine rolled through the quiet neighborhood like a 4-speed gearbox straining, then fading away. The porch stood bare, wind brushing the glass.
I'm sitting there, and okay, video's over. I haven't really paid attention to it. I don't hear it over now. Video's over, taking like everybody, and I get up. Now that might have been another 5-8 minutes. And I get up, and I open the storage door, and I walk out in the hall. Hey, baby! And I hear, oh, okay, cool. So I put 2 and 2 together. She jumped with another friend. All that down the road. Her phone was gone, and her zipper wallet was missing. Okay. So now I figured Jen's gone, so what do I do? I'm looking at my phone all day. Well, I'm going to call her or not? And every time he's like, why don't you stop bugging me until you know I'm done? I'll let you know when I'm done. I stayed off of it. I didn't say one. I lollygagged around for maybe a couple hours. By that time, it was what, 10:34 to 11? I got to go to work tomorrow. See them up 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. Curling up in the bed, going to sleep. Kind of wondered why now. She shouldn't have been home, but well, okay, maybe she's having another bath on. And I love her to death. Next morning, the alarm's going off. Stars wakes up anyway. Daddy, daddy, daddy. Okay, come on, kid, let's get ready for school. Where's mommy? I don't know. Mommy didn't come home. And I'm like, okay, mom didn't come home. I don't know exactly what time I texted her, but I know it was at least 6:45, because I put them kids on the school bus by 6:15.
What did you want to text her?
I can't remember exactly. It was on my other phone. I might have called her, because she has 3 things that I talk to her on. I talk to her on the phone, I talk to her on a regular text messaging, and then I have a Facebook message. And she jumps back and forth between them 2 messages. So I know I text her, it's like, hey, or whatever. We'd have to look it up on the phone. Exactly. I mean, my exact words. But like, you didn't come home or whatever, or you're going to work, or did you go to work, or something, or whatever. I don't pay attention. But I did go into the closet and look, and in all her uniforms, she's got 7 to 8 to 10 different uniforms. She wears t-shirts made of blue things and all that sort of thing. And, you know, I couldn't tell you that she took her work uniform with her, but that wasn't my assumption. My assumption was that she went with some dude. And maybe, I mean, she didn't answer me when I called her, and it went directly to voicemail. And I'm like, okay, so she does that sometimes.
By dawn, her phone was lifeless. Her wallet, gone. The EMS uniform still hung in neat rows, silent proof of a diligent routine now abruptly cut short. The emptiness answered only with silence.
She'll send me a message. You might even see the messaging. Or it'll be on when she's talking to me. Well, I'm not coming home then. You ever want to say that to you? No. That's her. That's her. And she, whatever. So I let the day go by. I'm kind of being respectful. I kept the kids home from school. I'm kind of like, you understand, I might try to call her again.
Why didn't you let the kids go to school?
I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know. Something struck me funny about it. Just the way that she had her phone off, maybe. So I had to call her maybe before I even took the kids to school. Dude, I kept the kids out of school for a week.
Keeping his kids out of school for a week because his wife ran off with another man, which he claims she did constantly, isn't the convincing story that he thinks it is. In fact, he told the first officer who spoke to him, Officer Lucky, that he wasn't concerned because Jen ran off all the time.
My Facebook Messenger, which I didn't even download on this phone, is ringing. It's Jen's brother. So I'm like, whoa, Kevin, hey, what's up, buddy? And about the time I'm about to tell him, at the same time he says, have you heard from Jennifer? I said, no, why? She hauled on me this last afternoon or last night. And he says, well, her work called me. Amy from work called me to find out if I've heard from her. And it struck me so funny as to why, and I'm going to tell you this too, why this lady from her job called. I think she might have had an idea that Jen was up something. I don't know this. I did not know this. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. But this lady from this job, who is not her boss, calls my brother-in-law and asks if he knows anything about Jen. Have you heard from her?
Right.
Okay? He's a 16-year-old kid. He's 1,800 miles away from you. I have no idea how he talks to his sister.
Well, they call him not you.
I'm 32 miles away.
Yeah.
When Jen had her gallbladder attack, Amy called me.
Yeah.
That's what I don't catch in the whole beginning mess of this. Why somebody knew something.
The husband went online, telling of a runaway, but he never filed a missing person report. Relatives in Florida scrambled, her workplace called around. His indifference only deepened the community's suspicion.
Anyway, Facebook here, I posted a post about my missing wife, and it was flagged off of Facebook, and I guarantee you less than an hour, might have been less than 15 minutes. Next thing you know, her sister's on there. Oh my God, my sister, and oh, my sister is gone. Oh, I'm having such an issue. So I texted Missy and I said, Melissa. She refused to answer my call. And then there was some other woman that came up there sending me, and I'm just openly, heartedly talking to anybody. It's like, yeah, Jen took off. Some other one, what the hell's her name? Catherine something. And sends me these rude messages on here. I'm like, whoa, I'm just telling you that Jen has been seeing guys offline. I think she took off on me and hauled ass for somebody. And I haven't heard from her. This girl said, I don't care who's she's sucking. I need her emails and her passwords and all this shit. That's in the freaking text messages. Well, dude, let's talk some more, please.
Well, we kind of sped past from you waking up, going to HEB, then all of a sudden it's nighttime. What did you do after you got back from HEB?
I did her hair, made food.
What time did you do her hair?
3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe.
So you woke up at 8.
Spent the morning with the kids.
Went to HEB.
Went to HEB sometime in the daytime.
What did y'all do for lunch?
That is our lunch. We eat like once a day. Plus junk food out of the cabinets, and the kids are running rampant all over the house, and please stop.
So what was she doing during this time?
She's on them video game apps. We're talking about in her bedroom. That's where she lives.
So,
and me, I worked on my car. I was putting my, you have to come see it. I had all the interior out of my car. I had it all masked off at one point in time. We were painting it. I was peeling the masking tape off and my plasticking and all that junk. Put my door panels on. I put my tail. That's what I basically did in the afternoon. Put my tail lights on, plus tend to the kids and the dogs and whatnot. That's basically how I spent my afternoon up until the evening. And hey, do you want something to eat? You know, came along. That was pushing dark. And by the time it gets dark up there in Granbury, buddy.
how long did it take you to dye her hair?
Maybe an hour.
An hour.
Plus minus. Well, you do it 2 shots, because you do it, they might have been longer than that. Maybe longer than that, because you do one shot of one color, she goes in and rinses it off, goes out, blow dries all this crap off, then she comes back to you later, and I did the other half, the blonde. So I did the brown first, then I did the blonde afterwards. And then she fixed herself all up and did all her pictures and all that bullshit. And she sent them to me. And, basically, but I spent time with, working on my car. That's what I do. Work on my car. I tended to my kids all day. And my chihuahuas, my dogs.
2 children spoke of a secret they weren't allowed to share. A chilling mark of control inside that house. Fear pressing down on words. The kitchen was quiet. School skipped. The family's rhythm broken.
I can't say if I even went to Tommy's, but occasionally I'll take them to McDonald's. It's just no telling what I get. But I spent the afternoon being me amongst the family. I can give you that honestly, and
So as far as you know, she took her phone with her.
Oh, I know she did.
What do you know she did?
Well, assuming she did, she did something else.
Okay.
Assuming that, yeah, you're making a point.
Yeah.
You were making a very good point. Yeah, just like me saying she took off with a guy in the car. I did not see her get in the car. And I tell you that honestly. I did not see her get in the car. I heard a car speed off that evening. Correct? I know she left out of the house and she said shush to the dogs. And a few moments later, I heard a car zoom off down the road. Now we get a lot of cars off down the road. And here's another one too. James tells me. I know she sees other men too. Because James says to me the other day, he says, Daddy, I see Mom's boyfriend. Well, that's a joke we always make, Mom's boyfriend. And I said, really? What's he look like? So he's Chinese. Chinese? Star says, yeah, he's got little eyes. Somebody can go and see the wrong work. And he says to me, I asked him a few times, yeah, crushing kids. And he says, he speaks Spanish. And has a big shiny white truck. And Star says, yeah, with small tires. Now, how much could they elaborate that story up to make it sound like that? Because that came from my kid's heart.
Yeah.
And usually a kid saying, hey, a guy in a white truck came over and looked Chinese, speaks Spanish. A Mexican guy came over in a white truck saying, somewhere along the line.
What about, do y'all keep weapons in the house?
No, absolutely not. We have, but no, we went through that mess and it's like, please this has to go. We had it's hers. Tell you honestly, she supposedly got rid of them. We had a 25 automatic, which was some kind of little Mickey Mouse pea shooter pistol thing. That's hers. And 222 rifles. And she had a thing, I didn't have a problem with it. I had no problem with it. We need to get rid of these. Well, sure, there's a BB gun in there that doesn't work. It doesn't have a thing that's going back.
Why go decide to get rid of it?
It was just her thing. Maybe her with her work, with her movies, or whatever she watches. Now, get this.
Then came the guns. A. 25 pistol, rifles, ammo bought at a fair. He boasted of fixing, firing, even filming them. In the shadow of a missing wife, weapons at home cast an even darker suspicion.
We shot them one time in Granbury at this pirate den. You ever heard of that? I went in there with her. We bought a box of bullets from some, I don't know the name of them down there, a marksman, that's him. He fixed one of these guns because it jammed up all the time, and it was sunk underwater in the Toyota 4-wheel drive around the water. They used to have big mud trucks.
Is this a rifle or
This is a rifle. The pistol she kept under her wraps.
Wait a minute.
That's hers. Whenever she kept
Did
that.
she buy it in Florida?
It was bought at a gun show in Florida.
Okay. Did she carry that with her, or?
That I know of, no. I can't say I've ever seen it in her purse.
Where did she keep it at the house?
At the house we had a gun case at one point in time that she purchased from the Flying J truck stop that she kept it in. That gun case is non-existent. I was assumed with her that she got rid of all of them because I told her that day, this has been a long time, man. This has been, I don't even know what that. We'd have to look on Facebook and find out the picture of her. She's a dead shot with a gun. She cut the center out of a target at full length.
When asked about guns, Ed's tone shifted, sometimes claiming they were tossed, other times bragging about buying them at a Florida gun show. Hidden in the closet, steel weapons lingered. In a home with children, each detail revealed a darker obsession with control.
I call it the shooting gallery with a 22, right? They go that high on her like you guys, but I never seen her shoot on that model.
When's the last time you saw that pistol?
3-4 months ago. More than that. I actually physically saw the pistol. I can't even tell you the beginning of the year. When was the last time? Let me look at my Facebook.
That's all right. I was just wondering.
It's probably on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm just thinking maybe if she took off with it or something.
That's a possibility. But see, she told me she got rid of them. She got rid of there was a 1022. They came from, I think they came from a gun show or Cash America Farm in Florida. And then there was a 22 Marlin that I had had since I was 18 years old, and I was in tears over her saying this has to go. So I'm like, fine, we never shoot them anyway. Well, I got kids, and we don't need guns in this house. Fine, get rid of them.
So how long ago was that she wanted to get rid of all the guns?
After we went shooting them one day. And I want to think it was someone affiliated with her work that got them.
That bought the guns?
I'm not certain. Jen can tell you.
But did she tell you she got rid of all 3 of them, or did she just say she got rid of them?
We have to get rid of them, she says. Okay. Now, whether she took them on her own, I mean, they just laid in the closet in gun cases and things. And I haven't. I don't them. So, I mean, that's some shit from my childhood. She was the big, I gotta go shooting.
So did she ever, was she ever physical with you to a point where you had to defend yourself?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, my God, I had her arrested.
you had her arrested? Yeah. What was that?
One year, I can't remember. We're in Florida.
Okay.
We hadn't been together a couple of years. She's an angry person. Her brother was I'll tell you the shooting thing, her brother was a prisoner, got out of prison, was at the house, pushing on all these girls one night. You want some of this? Let's say how physical Jen is. You guys think you're tough? She punched a hardened prisoner out in one lick. Bow! Knocked him out. The boy was laying on the ground shivering.
So you couldn't take her?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Where do you think she is?
At the moment, probably dead, because I haven't heard from her.
Why do you think that?
I'm just saying off the top of the head. Because normally Jen, when she hauls on me, she contacts me.
So, if you think, how does that make you feel about this?
Scared to death.
Well, what would make you scared if she's...
Well, scared, I'm on my wife, something's happened to my wife.
Yeah.
You know.
When asked, "Where is she?" Ed replied coldly, "Maybe dead." His reason? A feeling. He called himself her anchor, yet his first instinct was a fatal end classic of someone too familiar with the scene. Such instincts rarely come from nowhere.
Well, I guess...
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm tripping over it because, look, Jen has left me to go have a man. She has left me before, and within 12 hours or a day, there's always some type of conflict. Mm-hmm. There's someone has heard something from Jen. She can't shut up.
Yeah.
No. She has to be known. I mean, unless she's truly taken herself into a new identity or met herself a sugar daddy that's sprung her off to Tahiti.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where is she? And I'm asking you. You don't. Because normally she would be in contact with someone, me especially. I mean, I'm her rock. I'm the guy that she leans on. I'm the guy that she depends on. I'm the guy that goes to the hospital when you're hurting. And that hurts me inside, that she's not made contact.
Yeah.
But now after she run off.
She took her phone with her?
As far as I know she did.
Okay.
I mean, he stopped me in the middle of that a while ago. But yeah, her phone is not in the house. I told, was it her aunt today on Facebook or her friend, whatever it was, it was like, you know, I'm a wreck. I mean, I'm a man inside, dude. But I'm going to tell you to cry this. I don't work every day. But, it's, I got to keep it together.
Well, what makes you so upset about it?
I'm not upset. I'm just, I am upset. She's
Well,
gone, dude.
You said you cried your eyes out. So.
Right, because my wife's gone. She's not here. My normality is not normal now because she's not here.
Yeah.
And it's agonizing. I don't know the correct word to use. It's agonizing for me. Now I'm like, which I've always been for the kids, but it's double time. It's like, especially as of now, this has been, how many days has this been? 12. She's been gone.
I got to tell you, when we do these investigations, and it's kind of hard for us because we got to look at everything, right?
Awesome.
So we got to ask the hard questions.
Okay.
Right? I mean, obviously, you've told us some pretty hard stuff to talk about, right?
I can tell you everything I know and more, again and again.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Did you have anything to do with your wife disappearing?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You didn't hurt your wife?
Absolutely not.
You didn't kill your wife?
Absolutely not.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, like I said, in doing this, it's...
Detectives proposed a polygraph to strip away his layers of story. For the innocent, it was a clear path. For the liar, a trembling threshold. Each evasion built pressure, and the walls of the interrogation room seemed to close in.
The best way we can do it's like peeling back an onion, right? And once we can peel back a layer, we don't have to look at that layer anymore.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure does.
So that's one of the processes.
Okay.
And one thing that would help us with that is if we could get you to take a polygraph. Would you be good with that?
I guess if you really made me do it, I could, but I'm not trying to do that, no, but
what would be your apprehension with that?
The whole thing is before, like you said, the whole thing is, and I'm not trying to talk you, sway your decision one way or the other.
Right.
The whole thing is, anytime we work one of these, we kind of work it closest out to furthest.
Sure.
Okay? And look, you watching the cop show, everybody.
I don't watch cop shows.
Well, but
I got you. I follow you.
Everybody's, anytime we do one of these, the first thing that anybody's going to look at is, okay, well, is the husband in the clear?
Right, that's how I'm taking it.
So we can
everybody on face page is like, you do this.
And we need to be able to hush those people up so we can concentrate on our investigation.
Right.
And so we can move the circle out a little further and a little further and a little further.
The easiest way to be able to shut those people up is say, listen, man, he's done nothing but cooperate.
That's all I am going to do.
And,
That's like,
we can say, he
that's
gets
insane. I'm giving you as much as I can now. It's like, you don't believe me? Come on, dude, wake up.
So how are they not going to believe a polygraph? They're going
Right.
to say, look, he took this polygraph and he passed it.
All right. Well, she took one on national TV and passed it on. Don't ask me how to get that. Let me think on that a little bit. I'll think on that. Whatever. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Man? I'm giving you every bit of information I have.
Well, again,
that makes me feel so accused. I'm like, wow. I'm dumping my heart and soul to you guys.
Edward, it's not. That's a investigative tool we use on every one of these things. It's one way to get all these naysayers out of the picture where they're saying, well, man, she treated Edward like shit. She cheated on him. She did this, that, and the other. So he had every reason in the world to do something to her.
Yeah, but I didn't because I know that's the way Jen's been for a lot of years, and that's how Jen is. Jen is Jen. And I mean, that's Jen.
But there's a lot of people looking at this going to be like, that poor son just had all you take. You get what I'm saying? I mean,
I could look at it from their point of view on their, I don't want to call it self-centered. I don't know the right wording for that. What is the correct wording for that? But when people, I mean, people will stereotype you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And,
You notice neither one of us in here judged you on this whole thing. I mean, you laid out some pretty funky
everything I know,
You laid out some pretty funky stuff that's not the normal.
No.
Ed complained of being judged, painting himself as a weak old man. But truth doesn't need defense. Timelines, actions, contradictions, all lined up. The psychology of guilt surfaced with every dodge. His words drifted like smoke, offering no weight.
It's truth,
Yeah, and
it's absolute truth.
And we have judged you on that a bit. I mean, we see and
There's no
hear.
judgment on it.
Yeah.
The truth is the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, that is how she is. That's how things are.
That's the truest thing you said. The truth is the truth. You can't change.
There's
the truth.
nobody.
And I think there's a lot of truth in what you said a while ago when you said you probably put up with a whole lot of this shit because of those two kids.
Exactly.
I mean, I get that.
It's nothing to do with her leaving, other than
Yeah.
she hates me and she had to frickin' go
Yeah.
see her boyfriend.
So,
wherever she did.
I think you.
I mean, that's the bottom line of this whole deal, dude. I mean, that's the bottom line of this whole thing. It's like, she put the hall on me. I didn't f- her. I'm a little frail old man, dude.
And nobody's saying anything but that. Like I
Right.
said,
That
we
don't make
got
any sense
to
me.
go through the whole process, right?
That makes me kind of feel in a way.
Oh, I understand.
Like you don't trust me. You know, but I can understand from your point of view that you have to look at each and every bill in exactly the same frame of mind that you were looking at.
Absolutely.
And I do understand that.
It's a hard deal. We have to do this.
I will consider that.
Okay.
Let me, I
Understand.
mean, you know, I'll say, yeah, sure, right now. I mean, just let me think on this a minute here. Let me think on this a bit. You know,
Well,
do I need to talk to a lawyer or something? It's not going to affect it.
you didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong.
So,
But putting my head on a chopping block and
how would that be?
I'm just saying, do you actually believe in 100% of a polygraph? Even then, I mean, I can't say. What am I supposed to say on this? I'm skeptical of it.
Well, here's the thing. They're very direct questions.
Certainly.
Okay, it's not any hypothetical questions. It's not it's very direct.
Fact-based.
Fact-based
Right.
question. Did you kill your wife?
No.
Okay, so that may be one of the questions. If you didn't kill your wife, then that should be no problem.
He refused the polygraph, pulled his kids from school, moved house, and hid the white pickup. Forensics found Jin's blood inside. His defenses crumbled under the weight of physical evidence. The Texas night pressed in, heavy and undeniable.
So you understand when I walked in, you are under arrest, right? You know you're in a detention. You know you're at the jail. The jail's right back here. I'm gonna spend probably only a little bit of time with you because, to be quite frank with you, you've made your bed. There's only a few things that I don't want to say this, Ed. You know, here's the thing. When people see cases like this, we're talking about people who are watching the jury, just real people, normal everyday people, right? They relate to things that they think, yeah, I can understand that. People don't relate to straight up evil. They don't relate to someone that's just off the wheel evil, right? I mean, I don't think anybody disagrees. Like, people just don't relate to that. I want to tell you something. It's like I don't care what you come up with. There is not a story that gets you out of that. There is not a story that gets you out of that, Ed. You can't even. There's not one. There's no person that can give you a helping hand to that. I think the only person that can help Ed is Ed. You know, CPS investigation concerning all of this, and the more stuff that CPS will find out. Come on, Ed. If you want to talk and help yourself, here's where we start. I mean, you lie a lot. That's bad. People don't like people that lie. People that lie means, well, I don't have to tell you what that means. I don't know what you want to do, Ed. I mean, I'm going to turn on a reporter, but I'm going to give you a chance to, have a little bit of time here, like, well, what happens with this or that? What if I help you? If I help you here, what does that mean? I will give you a little time for that, Ed. I wasn't really going to. I looked in your eyes when I was rushing this morning. I thought, what? Instead of going to eat lunch, because I am hungry, I want to eat right now. Instead of going to eat lunch, I'm going to go up there and talk to you. I'm pouring my heart out for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, like I said, I'll go turn on my reporter. I'll give you some time to, if I'll help this, I'm honestly giving you that chance at a lot of time. So, you take it or you don't, Ed. I don't know how smart you are. I want you to be, just because human man to man, I'm pouring my heart out for you. If you'll do it for me, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I mean, let me rephrase that. This is a disappointing thing in the big scheme. It's terrible, But there's levels of terrible. You know this. There's like 99 terrible, and there's, let me tell you, before you go turn on that recording, I got some things to get off my chest about what she was doing to me. If I tell you, whatever it is, Ed, I know you have it in you. I know you want to tell me, why is that blood in the back of that van? Why is that blood in the back of the van that you know is in the back of that van? You cleaned it. Why did you clean it?
You're telling me you found blood in the back of the van. I could say, well, maybe Jim had a period in the back of the van.
Say what the truth is what you're supposed to say, Ed. There's no one in this world who's going to tell you anything different than that. Say what the truth is. Why did you clean it, Ed? Why did you clean the back of the van?
I just can't come up with the right answer to give you. I just trying to.
Outside, the children had been removed from the house. The state had to intervene. What they witnessed was unbearable. Their crude drawings revealed the trauma: a man with a gun, a woman collapsing to the ground.
Taking the kids forever, no doubt. Well, you guys taking my kids away from me. I can't have that. My kids, I gotta raise everybody's kids. One thing not be good, so good. My kids,
My understanding is you're giving those kids away.
No, there's nobody giving their people away.
That's my misunderstanding.
Someone gave them away.
Okay.
No one gave them away.
Texas in the law,
Yes, sir.
there is a self-defense thing. I mean, I can break it straight up to you.
I need to hear
That's
that.
where you're at, and I think you are.
Yes, I am. Right?
So-
You need to hear that.
I understand this, all right?
You need to hear that, okay? You're smart. You're embarrassed everyone else. You have no idea. You know, it's been tough to them. Some more, please. I'm sorry, I just,
It breaks my heart for you. I'm sorry, Ed. I mean, it breaks my heart because I know it's been so bad for you.
it's bad. Not no, not, if it's back there.
Yeah, let's see, you know, like, is this a self-defense law?
When detectives hinted at self-defense, the air grew heavier. Texas law allowed it, but the real question lingered. Was this the truth, or just a desperate script to mask a rage that turned into murder?
Don't catch yourself out.
Right?
Do you hear what I'm saying?
You see that right there?
Yeah.
That's not. Don't stand up next to you, get it better view. I'm not violent, please.
I know.
Please. Please help me.
What's
That right there is a bullet hole. And right there is where it was at the edge of coming out of my hand. That way. And that's where I had to go like this because she was coming after my, and I shot myself up the arm trying to stop her from coming at me with a 25, and I shot her, and she still after me. Then I ran in my living room, and I grabbed my 22 and I shot the out of her. And she was calling somebody on the phone, and she said, "He's killing me!" All right. And she was coming after me, so. You believe me now?
Yes, I do.
Do you actually believe me now?
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, no, you do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. No, no. It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. You have no idea how bad it hurt. It was right there really scared. I couldn't get it out. My hand was all done. I took a razor blade and sliced it, reaching there, pulled it out of the first wire. It hurt. My hand's still there. Why did that happen? Why? What? What drew up to that? Let me tell you. You want me to tell you that? That's what I told. You look at Tennessee, see that boy. I'm pretty sure she was talking to him the whole way back, but I don't know who she talked to. Did you do any research on that? And she says, "Why does she said it there?" And she said, she says, "Well, I think I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna go move in with Lauren." I said, "Who are you talking to on the phone? Is that your boyfriend? Is it your boyfriend on the phone?" You have to really make a jump like that because of these guys that she meets. It just kind of blew it off back and forth. That went on in the afternoon.
Fragments of warped memory spilled out. Ed spoke of jealousy, of threats to leave, of arguments erupting. In his tale, every detail, a jewelry box, a small pistol, became another piece of a tragedy impossible to verify.
That's pretty much where it went. Yeah. and bathed in time. I don't think there's such a head rush to me. You gotta believe me.
I do.
I can't. Well, can I say I wasn't insane? I can't tell you all you can. He says, well, I'm just gonna go there and I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna do some bullshit. I said, you're crazy, say that to me again. And she goes, no, believe me, I'm gonna go move in with Lauren. I don't think Lauren had a clue. I think Lauren was even talking to her. Lauren? No, I think she was boyfriend with. Well, no, you know. Well, I can tell you, I went down the hall and she just flatlined. I just kept telling her, back off here. I don't need you in here. I don't need you back. And she, okay, in my van. You have my van here? Yes. In the other van, there's a jewelry box in there that belonged to my father that was in the Marine Corps. And you open the back of that van, that jewelry box up, and there's a gold necklace in there, and some pieces to it that I put there. And I picked up all off my floor, and she snatched off my fucking neck. And when football walking me into the house, and I ran down the hallway, and I kept the 25 up on top of the shelf, way up top, where the kids can get it. And she goes, and she comes running back down at me, and she goes, oh my God. She runs down the hall. I can't remember what's happened, dude. I can't. But it was in the hall, somewhere between the bathroom and bedroom, maybe. I don't know. That was a practice. And she came, that's when she lunged at me. She like does the football lunge. And I just, she goes, what could you shoot me? Oh, he died that quick and ran at me. And I just, that's when I was trying to defend myself and I was trying to stop it. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how I'm telling you honestly, put me in the liquor chair sometime. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you the truth. I'm really telling you. That shot me, myself, in the hand.
Finally, a semblance of truth comes out.
She still kept coming after me. And I shot myself once. I don't even know if I hit her any other time. Might have. And she was still after me. I ran in the laundry room that had 22 in there and grabbed that shot. So she finally spun around, shot on the She was on the phone with somebody, said, he's killing me. And it's honest. And that's honest. That's honest. And I'm telling you. They don't have to make it shit up, trying to cover everything up. The kids are freaking out.
At last, Ed admitted to firing the gun sometimes in self-defense, sometimes out of panic. His muddled confession revealed a fractured mind. Beyond the room, children's cries and the silent weight of blood told the story more clearly than words ever could.
What should I have done? Nothing? Should I just let her beat me like I did years ago? Did I just lose my temper, my cool finally? Had enough? Like you said? I had enough of it?
Yeah.
Kill me, man.
No, man.
Next time back and shoot me with your gun, you're gonna shoot me in the fire, man. Get me out of here. Do nothing, dude. Let me run. Just kill me. You don't I can't live like this anymore. I didn't do anything on purpose, like I'm gonna kill my wife because she's a big. It didn't happen like that, man.
Yeah. I get it.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm really sorry. I don't feel bad. I wish it didn't happen now. What did they kill me for? Well, I don't want to spend the rest of my life in jail because somebody mistreated me and treated me like shit. Lost my kids. I was hurt. Took away my pride, my joy, my everything I ever had. She had to give my pets up. Everything else.
And like I said, it wasn't like you planned all this out. I mean, of course not, like you had enough. You want to give me like a location of where that went?
Well, what I did with her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take you out there. We'll go for a ride. I got a cigarette.
You dang right. What about
You gotta help me, right?
Right.
I don't care if you kill me, man. Just help me.
I will.
Man, you have no idea. You have no idea what it was like to be me. You just see, you get this crap in it. What like you just boiled him with that stuff and it still does this. Governor is Granbury death.
Yeah, now we're taking a ride. Whereabouts are we going?
It's not far from pecan plantation because I don't know much about these roads.
Okay.
I don't know my way around these counties.
Yeah.
I can tell you to go there and turn left from there or something. I don't know the roads.
All right. Well, when's the last time you were there?
The day now that happened.
Okay. Well, let me get out there, like I said, and give me some water. I'm gonna get somebody out here and get you a smoke break, and we'll hop in the truck. Oh, does that sound good to you? Yes, sir. And that's the right thing to do. Let's see if I can get it.
Jennifer's remains were discovered in rural Texas, her body marked by multiple gunshots, including a fatal wound to the head. Ed even led police to where he had discarded the weapon evidence that sealed the chain of his crime.
Morning, wake up, start the normal daily routine. The normal daily routine. Dad takes care of the kids. Dad feeds the kids. Dad makes sure the kids have fun. I'm dad. Jen sleeps in. Jen's on the phone. Jen's playing video games, an online video game app called PUBG where she can chat and she picks up a lot of these men on this video game app. And she has Kick. I don't know all the names of them. And there's some other ones. And she spends the majority of her day in that bedroom, behind a closed door, about that side right there. No, she don't lock us out. But she spends her little life behind that door. How it even happened is hard to determine to say because everything happens so fast. But she got up and I remember her saying, "Get out! It's time for you to get out of here." Blah 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 blah. And she threw her phone down on the mattress there. I can remember her saying that with such a blur. And she turned towards me and she says, "I said get out," or something. But whatever she was saying and yelling at me. Like she didn't want me down the hall, and she was watching videos or whatever. For all I know, it was a video of her. And she, when she would get physical towards me, I'm not a physical guy. I mean, I'm like an old shriveled up guy. I'm not a violent person. She would come at you with what I would describe as like a football mode block, and try blocking me up into the wall. Like, but in a smart mouth kind of way, but she wasn't. And I had a gold necklace on that I had for years. And she snatched that off, somewhat tripping me, however. But she was angry. And I got scared. I was scared of get my kicked again because she beat me up plenty. Honest to God. I'm ashamed to really say it. She's a 250, 60 pound woman, a 120, 110 pound guy, and she plenty of times. And she only went arrested for it once. I should have left her years ago. I probably wouldn't have been in the situation I'm in today. Would you agree with me?
In his self-defense tale, Ed painted his wife as violent, yet police records showed no such history. His story twisted between remorse and blame, exposing the fractured psychology of a man desperate to mask the truth.
Yeah, I was going to ask you why you believe, why you stayed so long.
I don't know.
So she snatched
the necklace from me, was basically attacking me, and it happened so fast, it was so hard, and comes at me and comes back and forth, and I'm like, oh, I can't say the kids were paying attention. I can't because I don't recall even seeing it. Anyway, she chased me partway down that hall. But come on. You got all this mouth, like, she was just nasty. And you meet her, she has this bubbly personality of, oh, hi, that's the bullshit side of it. It's not the side of it. You go back into some of her postings on her face pages, and that's just called social media. See some of that anger in some of that posts. And you put that together, you put two and two together.
So she started to chase you down the hall.
Basically, yeah. And it was kind of start, stop it. Come on. So I don't even know how it happened, but she blocked me up into the wall, somewhere near where Star's room, the water heater, Star's room. It happened fast. And I mean, that shit hurt and rocked me. And I ran down the hallway because I was kind of getting it at that point. I won't say I was in fear for my life, but I was scared. I'm going to get my ass kicked again.
It should be noted that we were unable to find any records of the police being called or Jen being arrested for being violent towards Ed, despite his claims.
But she was basically bullying me into the wall, up and down that hallway, a little bit there. And I got scared. I ran around into my living room, and we had a 25 automatic pistol sitting up on top of the shelf. I kept it way up there, set way up on the top inside a pair of shoes, where nobody even was there. And she came running down towards me, and then I just ran around the corner, and what made me do that, I don't know. I was scared for my life. I wasn't pre-planning, I'm going to do this for her someday. I was absolutely, I was scared. And I grabbed this pistol, and she's running back the other direction, and then turns around at me right in the middle of the hallway, and she's at the end of the hallway, by the door to the bedroom. And I'm like, Jen, I can't remember exactly what it was even said. And she just kept she looked at me one more time, and I can't stand up straight, but she leaned over towards me like she was going to run like a football linebacker, and came at me. And when I did, I was blocking her from coming at you. I was scared. So I blam, shot her. That didn't faze her. Her adrenaline? I don't know. I've never done this in my life. I'm not
The final moments came into focus. Gunfire, blood soaking the house, 2 children frozen in terror at the sight of their mother collapsing. Ed insisted it was self-defense, but forensic evidence stripped away the illusion.
Murder a person. I didn't intentionally come to kill her. I did not. I was scared to shit. She chased me, she was looking at me from 2 foot. I ran into the laundry room, which is right next to us, and I had the 22s in there. And most of the guns that we had in the house, we kept them loaded. But they were in a safe spot. But she's like, she was basically starting to chase after me. But still, after I know I shot her. I grabbed one of these 22s that sat there for who knows how many, and we've been there 2 years, whatever. And I grabbed that 22 rifle, and I turned around and looked at her, and I shot her with that to stop her still. And that, I don't know if it shot 2 bullets and it jammed up. And I tossed that one down and grabbed the other one, and the other one had a big, I don't know if it had a clip in it or not, but it was one of them ones that had a clip in it. And the more that she just kept coming at me, and I just sat there and shot her and just blah, 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 blah. I had to stop her. And finally she spun around and she fell down on the ground right next to the bed. And that's where she landed. And eventually the kids come down the hall, see Mom laying there. And so what happened? Now from this, where I shot myself, in defending myself from her ass, there was blood all over this house. Now these guys, were you in there? There, you tell him. I was a mess, wasn't it? There was blood from me. And Jen fell in her spot. There was blood all over the house for me. So, and I'm not a good liar. I really ain't. I told the kids that, well, when they saw their mom, it's like, they said, what happened to your hand, Daddy? I said, my arm. It didn't look like my hand. And so I stabbed myself with a screwdriver. And then when I seen when they saw Mom laying there, they said, what's wrong with Mommy? And I was like, well, Mommy, we're just playing a Halloween joke. It was only a couple days before Halloween. It's just time to go to bed. Okay. And they went right to bed for me. And I picked up Jen's thing and cleaned all that mess up and took her someplace and I want to describe it.
Someplace where you take it.
Out to, I don't know my way around the county a lot to describe it, but just down the road in a patch.
Buried her there?
No, I didn't.
You just threw her there?
Pushed her off, I wrapped her up in something and pushed her out.
Ed was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison. His children grew up without parents, while he continued filing appeals, claiming he wasn't heard. In truth, he had spoken too much, and in those words, condemned himself.